Hey guys, Ryan Osborne here with Oz Coaching. It's Friday, functional fit tip time. So today I want to show you a kind of practical method, cost-effective method of creating more resistance when you may have lack thereof. So you may not have access to a plethora of free weights or machines. So I'm going to show you kind of a little method of actually increasing more resistance on one particular exercise, and this could be used honestly in almost other forms of exercise, but I'm just going to show you kind of a deadlift position with this band. And again, why? I mean, the goal should always be to kind of continually enhance your strength, and by doing so you will need to apply greater resistance over time. So if you don't have like I said, access to a lot of equipment, having these bands will create more resistance, whether it's just using your body weight or maybe you do have free weights at home. So by using a band as an assistive tool within an exercise, then you'll make any particular exercise a little bit harder, right? And so again, this is one continuous long band. Last week I had what was kind of what's called a mini band. Again, department stores, wherever, but if you spend like $40 or so, you'll probably get about 3 of these bands, and they range in resistances. But just think, being able to chuck in your suitcase or just obviously chuck in a closet, they really do allow for versatility to create more resistance. So what I'm going to show you is kind of the deadlift, and I'm always about kind of your posterior chain, which is kind of your hamstrings and glutes, low back, core. But this is just to show you again a good creative way of creating more resistance. So wrap it around a door frame or a post. Get the band right at your hip, and what you're going to do, obviously for me doing a deadlift, is if I go far enough out that I feel the resistance going back, I'm going to push back. But in order for me to really generate the hip thrust to kind of complete the deadlift position, I have to really use much more muscle activation of my glutes, hams, a little bit of core, right? So I just would take this exercise, and I have 2 30-pound kettlebells. Maybe you have lightweight, but bringing this band in to complete the exercise, so I'm really driving the hips forward and then back. As you can see, the back stays nice and flat. So really the deadlift position is just the deadlift position, but it's not, I don't want to go in detail for the purpose of this video. But this exercise, this band, like I said, just really allows then those 2 30-pound kettlebells, 60 total pounds, now feels like 80, 90, 100 pounds, right? Depending on, I guess, your level of strength. So bringing in this band just will eliminate you then having to get many more dumbbells. Now you could also do a lunge, do a lunge that way. You could do some hip rotation movements, and of course by going against the band, because the band wants to thrust you back, you've really got to so-called generate more power, which in turn means you're going to utilize more muscle, and which is, like I said, always a good thing. So simple little tool. You could use almost any attachment. It could be high, medium for doing some exercises, but something like a band in conjunction with some weight-bearing exercises can really go a long way to help you kind of maybe break that plateau and continually get stronger, which in the end makes you more functional. Anywho, any questions, comments, as always, would love to hear from you. Please share all that routine stuff. Greatly appreciate all the feedback for people that have, and we'll talk again next week. Later.